A Bardstown woman waiting for a kidney shared her story with Congress and helped to change legislation when it comes to organ transplants.
WDRB's Monica Harkins introduces us to the advocate who's using her story to help thousands of others like her.
So when you get to a point to where you realize your life is dependent upon a medical system, you want to figure out what you can do to fix what's within your power.
LaQuaya Goldring's health journey started at just 3 years old.
It was a golf ball-sized tumor that was on my left kidney.
She was diagnosed with a rare kidney cancer. Thankfully, she beat the cancer, but more than a decade later, things took a turn when she got to high school.
I knew that there were early signs, but transplant dialysis was like a year away, so it was nothing I needed to think about. But then 2 months later, my life completely changed a week after my 17th birthday.
It was time for a kidney transplant. Miraculously, it only took 10 days to get a match and get the procedure.
And it was able to last from the age of 17 to 25.
Unfortunately, transplants don't always last forever.
I'm now 34. I've been waiting 9 years for a kidney transplant, and our system is broken.
For 9 years, she's been on dialysis to stay alive, a treatment that is required 5 days a week.
If you think about your own life, so much can change in 5 years, so much can change in 10 years. And that's what I've had to sit back and watch happen, is a lot of my life has had to pass me by.
Part of the waiting process is getting your name registered with UNOS, United Network for Organ Sharing. It's the sole organization that managed the country's organ donation policies for the last 40 years. Just a few months ago, Goldring found out her name had been removed from the list due to a clerical error.
Patients like me completely go forgotten in a system that is failing us every day.
So this summer, she shared her struggle with UNOS and finding a match with the U.S. Senate in Washington, D.C. in support of breaking up UNOS.
And I'm just asking that you all stand behind this legislation as we move forth, and that all of Congress stands together to pass this new legislation so more lives can be saved and less can be put in coffins.
Congress listened and the legislation passed. President Joe Biden signed it into law at the end of September.
I was so overjoyed with just joy and tears and relief. It was just a sigh of relief.
A change for the hundreds of thousands of Americans waiting for a transplant.
It's one thing to hear leaders like, our president talk about organ donation and how their administration is going to do something to change it, but to actually have a law after 40 years signed doesn't get any better than that.
And still, Goldring's fight isn't over. She's still waiting and praying for a life-saving donation.
I'm just staying hopeful that one match will come and, this will be a thing of the past.
With photojournalist Ian Cunningham, Monica Harkins, WDRB News.